Well, good morning, everybody. It has been a while since I have flown an airline trip. We went and picked up the Green Hornet out there in Knoxville, Tennessee, and had a bunch of time off. Now it's time to get to work. So I'm just kind of doing some work here in the computer, and a couple of trips popped in. So as you can see, we've got one trip that's a 2-day, and then we have a turn that just popped in. We can get alerts on our phone when extra trips come in to fly, so I'm sitting here trying to decide on which trip I'm going to bid on to do some extra flying. So do I want to go on a turn, looks like to Albuquerque, Denver, and then we'll hop on a deadhead, come back home to Phoenix, or do we want to go on a 2-day trip? Basically, we'll end up back in Kansas City for the night, and then we'll fly through Chicago and back into Phoenix. So, Chicago in the winter. I don't know, that other one looks pretty good, the turn. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and bid on them. We have 6 more minutes. The unfortunate thing about these 2 trips is that they show in about 2 hours. So, if I do get them, it's going to be a fast kind of turn. Grab something. If I do that 2-day trip, I'll just grab some food, throw it in there. My bag's kind of already packed. I was already thinking about maybe trying to pick up something this week, so I was kind of quasi-packed. We'll get going. I'll bid on both of these. We'll see which one I get, if any, and then we'll head out to the airport.
I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last, get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up.
All right, guys. Well, we got the 2-day. That would have been nice to get the turn. It's always funny. Like you always want what you can't have. So this first trip, probably in 3 weeks-ish. So hopefully I know how to start this thing. We show here in a little less than 2 hours. So I'm going to get going, jump in the shower, get ready. My iPad and everything's all charged up, ready to go, just in case I got a trip. And just grab a little bit of a food bag and let's go to work. Let's go do a 2-day. And here we are, back in the cockpit. It has been probably about 3 weeks, so muscle memory is a little off, but that's kind of what happens when you don't fly for a little bit. You know, whether it's Cessna or Piper or even here in the 737, you know, just getting back into it. It's a lot of muscle memory that we have when we utilize our flows and all these things. So getting back in, I just take a little bit more time when it's been a little bit since I've flown. Today we're going to Denver. It's going to be the first leg. Here is what it looks like on our iPad. We've got a little bit of weather up there right by Uper. That's right on the departure. And then we basically pick up the arrival over the Rockies in there. Here's our ATIS. We're departing to the east. Be a little bit of a taxi on the way down there. So I'm just going to get the box ready. Right now we're using runway 7 left. We got the ATC. We'll log into CPDLC. Once we got that login status, that it's accepted, then we'll just wait until we get our clearance, and then we'll brief it up together and then roll out. So, all right, guys, we just got our clearance. A little ATC prompt came in, so we'll just go ahead and hit ATC one more time here. Then it'll show up what our clearance is. So we're cleared to Denver via Mr. Bill 1, Uper, then it's filed. We'll climb and maintain 8,000 feet, which the captain is setting right now. And we'll expect 33 in 3 minutes. And our departure frequency is 19.2. So what I do is I go back on here. I'll make sure that the departure frequency is on there because, again, it is very embarrassing to go to ground when you're supposed to be on departure. So that's it. We got a squawk of 1554. There we go, and that's in. So that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and accept it, and sends a response back to ATC that Wilco, we understand it. So I'm going to keep that up here. I'll pull the route page up over there. That way we are all set to brief up the departure on the way out of here. So in lieu of that, FO lights coming on. And now it's time to go outside and do the walk around. So beautiful day in Phoenix. Kinda. We had a little bit of rain going through earlier on in the day. So now it's nice and clean. The air has just been kind of filtered with all the rain. So now we're going to do a walk around on this thing. You can hear the APU just starting up. There's a lot of clicking, click, 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 and now it's going to start spooling up. We're getting pretty close to push time, so they're starting to pull away the tail stand. They'll pull the air. Once we got the APU hooked up, they'll go ahead and disconnect this. And this is the control panel where everything is connected to the airplane. So we've got air, we've got power, as you can see there. We'll let them know up in the cockpit that we are on ship's power, and then they'll pull everything. And then we'll be basically ready for the pushback and on our way to Denver. Let's see what we did. Takeoff data. Something is wrong. Looks like they changed the jet plan. 5694. So what that usually means is that they have another release that came out. So something in the back has changed, or fuel, or something in the plan has changed. So what they typically do is they'll give us a new plan, and they'll send it to us. So we'll have to grab another jet plan to load and all that good stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that and re-enter it, and hopefully we'll get our takeoff data, and we'll be on the way. So today, hour and 12 minutes. So we got a little bit of a push on the way down there at 33,000 feet. Again, we'll just grab our stuff. We are ready. Everything is good to go. We just need to find out what the updated plan is. So. All right, guys, we made it. We are here, Charlie 26. Lovely Denver. Beautiful day outside. It was nice coming over the Rockies. Beautiful. This clouds kind of gave way and just white snow everywhere. I just got a bunch of snow. But anyways, hey, the deal on the last takeoff data, I fat fingered a couple extra numbers in there, so it was my fault. Hey, right, I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that was it. We're gonna send off the post-flight report. We blocked an hour and 30 minutes today
on this airplane and going back to Phoenix.
So that's it, hour and 30. I'm gonna be doing this in the Cirrus. Actually, we're gonna be heading back up to Grand Forks, and I was doing the flight planning, so it's gonna be a little bit longer in the Cirrus, about 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to Centennial, where it was just an hour and 30 minutes here. And the 737, so that's gonna be fun. It'll be fun, good fun. Yeah, we've got about an hour and 50 minutes, so we're gonna let all our passengers off. It was actually pretty decently full flight, almost completely. So we're gonna let them off. I'm gonna get the airplane kind of ready, and then we've got probably another hour and 20 minutes until we gotta go. So we'll just be hanging. All right, guys, I'm back in the cockpit. I went and warmed up my trifecta, ate it. Some of it, didn't like it. So, hey, we're all family here, right? I have to make a confession to you guys. I broke down and got some McDonald's. Quarter pounder with cheese. I haven't had one of those in years. I was just gonna start off and just get French fries. And then it just snowballed from there. So, I have zero willpower. So I'm gonna enjoy. Okay. Yeah, I regret that. Well, hopefully there's nothing in my teeth, but... Oh, we have a message. We just got a message. No, I'm kidding. ATC message. Alright, that's what we're doing. We're clear to Phoenix. SAMR 2 date, then as followed. We'll climb via the SID. Expect 400 in 10 minutes, and that's our departure frequency. Our squawk at 1464. We're going to be flying, so the rest of that looks good. Right, so that is our clearance back to Phoenix. We acknowledged it with a Roger, and we'll just keep that up. Now that's what's in our box right now. That's what I downloaded earlier when I put our position in and just downloaded our flight plan. So that's what they have in the box. We match that with our release, with that, then we'll do a brief. Here is what it looks like on our WSI app. This is that weather planning app that I've showed you guys so many times. Basically down to Phoenix, short route. We do have a occasional moderate section from 33 to 39. Now we're gonna go up to 40, so we should be out of that turbulence spot. But as you can also see, there's a little bit of weather down there. It's not super bad, but in Phoenix, you can go to the airport weather. They're gonna bring up exactly what's going on at the time. It's basically the METAR down there right now. So 320 at 6 knots. That's about 45 minutes ago, but it's not bad. It's not raining or anything like that. So there's the actual METAR. Yeah, not bad at all. So it's gonna take us an hour and 38 minutes. We had a 100-knot tailwind on the way up here to Denver. So you could expect, you know, we're gonna get punched in the face on the way back, but it's only an hour and 38 minutes. So that's not too bad. Other than that, we're just gonna wait for that guy over there to get back. Once he gets back, we'll brief it up, go over some things, and then on our way back into Phoenix. And then once we get to Phoenix, luckily I don't have to change planes, but we're going to be heading back out to Kansas City for the last leg. Captain's done, so he just picked up this turn portion of it, and there will be another captain that I'll fly with on the way over to Kansas City, and then we'll head the next day to Chicago and then back to Phoenix. So 2 day for me, 2 day for the new guy that's coming in, and yeah, it's good. So picking up a little extra. All right, guys, we just got to Phoenix. It looks, you know, a little cloudy for Phoenix right now. So not too bad. You know, really easy flight, just an hour and a half on the way down. Yeah, they ended up taxiing us over to runway 8, which is kind of weird. We were expecting runway 25 out of Denver, but that's just kind of what you do, man. You audible and do what they tell you. So got here, I'm gonna get the airplane ready. We've got a little bit more than an hour and 20 minutes before we have to depart again. Just lost my captain. We're gonna get another one over there in that seat. Until then, I'm gonna get the airplane completely ready, be ready to go. So when he gets in, we can just brief and go. So one more leg to Kansas City for the night. Kind of bittersweet coming into Phoenix. Kind of want to go home right now, but it's just one more, all good. So we're gonna get it ready. We'll start off by realigning the IRS, and then we're gonna get into this guy. So, all right, guys, we'll talk to you here in a second. All right, everybody. Hey, here is our clearance to Kansas City, the last leg of the night. Got the little dilly there. So out of here will be the 4P1 to Albuquerque, Van Ness file. We'll climb to 8,000 feet. That's already set in there. Expect 37 in 3 minutes. 19.2 is departure. Sounds familiar because we had that on the last one. So 2610, put that in here. 2610, that's good. So that looks good. We'll accept it. Sends the Wilco, so ATC knows that we are good. I'll put it back on that page. We'll set us up on the route page there so we can brief it up. So the route is basically exactly the same as our plan here on our WSI. So we still got this little weather turbulence plot here. 300 to 390. Now it's right in the middle of 370. So in that case, we're just going to audible again. If it's bumpy, we'll climb higher. If we can, climb out of it. Looks like going east, we're going to have to climb to 410. So if it's bumpy, then we'll just keep everybody down if we can't climb out of it, and we'll just kind of eat it until we get to Fort Union. And then from there, it should be a nice ride on the way to Kansas City. Hour and 53 minutes, under 2 hours, so that's good. The weather in Kansas City is not bad. There's the latest METAR. It's just gusty winds down there and scattered clouds. So no snow, no ice. That's good, especially from a Phoenix flyer who likes staying on the West Coast and not de-icing. We've got about 30 minutes before we head out of here. Might head out a little bit earlier. All right, guys, we are here in Kansas City. Hey, check it out. No snow. That's always a bonus when it's not snowing outside here in Kansas City. So we did see the new terminal getting built. It looks really nice, so can't wait for that thing to happen. We're just going to get our fluids put in there. All right, good morning, everybody. Well, it is a beautiful day outside here in Kansas City. We're at the Marriott here, right at the airport. I already did a bunch of running around this morning. I had to go find a Target because, well, I ran out of space on my little SD card, so I had to get a new one. But anyways, we've got the trifecta warming up. We're going to go change. We're going to go hit the gym really quick. And then we've got 2 legs today to head back to Phoenix. Our show time, we've still got about 3 hours. Our show time is a little bit later today. In the day, about 3 o'clock. We'll go hit our workout, grab some food, and then kind of get ready. Today we're going to head to Chicago Midway. It's Chicago, but luckily there's no weather really to speak of. So should be a nice day out there. And then we'll do the nice long leg back to Phoenix. Again, just 2 legs today. So time to get after it. Let's go. All right, welcome everybody. We are in the gym. This is the gym here in Kansas City, which happens to be a pretty nice gym. You know, you could do pull-ups. You know, we've got some kettlebells. We've got some dumbbells here. We've got an assortment of standard cardio equipment. Today, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run 1-minute intervals, try to get 10 sets of that with some dumbbell cleans. We'll grab the 50 CrossFit standard and plan on doing, you know, probably 5 to 10 sets or 5 to 10 reps on the dumbbell cleans with 1-minute intervals treadmill. So I think that's going to be today's workout, and then we'll assess, see what the body feels like afterwards, and if we feel pretty good, any body part that we feel like working on that day, which is today, we'll hammer that out. By the way, I got to give you guys a little, you guys probably already know this, you guys are much smarter than me. I just got these EarPod Pros. Fantastic. They come in a little, I'll show you guys when I get back upstairs, but a little case. These are noise canceling, great for music. So, you know, I usually wear the Rox headsets on my workouts. They're a little bit bulky, you know, to carry on the road. So these things are super tiny. They fit like in this little pouch on my backpack. Very easy, frees up a little bit more room because you guys know I tend to overpack. Highly recommend for life on the road. Very compact, very easy to do. So anyways, I'm gonna get at it. We've got, let's see, it's almost 1 o'clock, getting in a little bit late. I was working on some projects. Get ready, we gotta be downstairs in about 2 hours. So we'll spend about 45 minutes in here. Just get a little bit of a workout, get the heart pumping, moving. And that way we're not sitting in the hotel room rotting all day. So let's get after it. And bam, here we are. Back in the cockpit. Just a beautiful day out there. They did shut the airplane down, so we're working with a cold airplane. Typically what happens if it's going to be on the ground for any length of time without anybody else coming in, they'll just shut it down, which is no big deal. So we're going to bring it back to life. So let's do this. Check the circuit breakers. Those are all good. So we'll go ahead and turn on the battery. You'll see the airplane start to come to life. You'll hear this kind of shake. There it is. It's basically the airplane getting powered up. So go over here and just check some lights. Go over here to ground power. Just make sure that we have good ground power before we connect the airplane to it. We do. Turn that on. Get the RSs starting to align. Now that we have power on the airplane, I'm going to check to make sure that wheel well light comes on and that we're able to silence it. So we're good. Did you guys see this? Yeah, so happy. It's the little things, right? So anyways, so we got all this stuff going. We are going to go ahead and put the position in. Once the GPSs come up, we'll have that entered in as well. So come back up here. Got those aligning. We'll go ahead and turn on the emergency lights. and arm those. Down here, make sure everything is set up. Make sure we're set up with the panels and our packs are all set. Now the operations agent who is in charge of the flight as far as weight, balance, and everybody coming on, she basically said that we have a little bit extra gas on board. And because it's windy outside, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's windy outside, so they may or may not have hooked up the ground air. So which means we'll have to go on our APU air, which is down here. So I'm gonna go out and check that first, and then we'll bring that up just in case that our ground air isn't hooked up. Make sure it's nice and comfortable for the people in the back. Our GPS is starting to come up. We'll go ahead and pull up some systems, make sure hydraulic pressure and fluids are really good. Make sure our oxygen is good, that we have got plenty of oxygen in the tanks. And just kind of make sure we've got enough fluid for the airplane. That way, if it's short on anything, we can just call out the maintenance team. They'll come out, top us off on oil or hydraulic fluid or anything like that. So, all right, we're gonna get going. I'm gonna turn on the lights, the FO lights, right? And head outside and go do a walk around. And then we'll get ready to head over to Chicago, which is a whole 55 minutes in the air today at altitude of 31,000 feet. So a little bit low, a little bit fast. That's the way I like it. I'm gonna head out, do the walk around, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit. We'll talk about the kind of the route and a little bit of the weather and all that good stuff once we get back in. Sure. All right, guys, we're back in the cockpit. Everything look good outside? Go figure. Anyways, here's our ATIS. Currently, it's gusty outside, up to 28 knots right now. So printed that sucker out on the printer. We'll just put that right there. Here's a route of flight. Basically Kansas City on up to Chicago Midway. There's no turbulence spots. It's a short flight, so 55 minutes. Don't expect a whole lot there. But right now in Chicago, you pull up the weather there. They've got gusty winds as well. 14 gusting 22, which isn't too bad. And a few clouds out there, so it's mostly sunny. 10 miles of viz. So the only thing is the winds coming from 200, so we'll just kind of negotiate that. We've got the ATC button there that lets us know that our clearance is available. So there it is. The Royal 9 to RNs, then as follows. I maintain 10,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and set that here. And we'll expect 310 in 10 minutes. And there's our departure frequency, which if I go here, pull it up on our departure, Royal 9. There we go. So we've got a couple of frequencies there. What I'll do is I'll just highlight it in green. That way I don't forget. Leave that up there. That's our route heading over to Chicago. So departure frequency we checked is good, and our squawk of 1117. So put that in there. 117. And contact ground control on 121.8 prior to push. So we're 121.8. And we'll go ahead and accept that clearance. There we go, Wilco, they know they got it. So I'll put it back onto this page. Go right here to the route page. And that's all set up. And that way we're set up to brief our departure and, you know, emergency out and all that good stuff. So whole 55 minutes over to Chicago. Let's go. All right, guys, we have got to Chicago, and there's snow on the ground. But luckily, it's a nice day. The approach that we had to do is actually really cool today. We did the RNAV X-rate at 22 left, so basically we picked it up at a Ming, and then did this big looping turn all the way into the runway, and landed. So a little gusty on there. Got a little bit of a gust at the very last second, but managed to put it down about 1,700 feet down the runway. Our limit was 2,000 before we started going around, so we always want to brief that coming into Chicago, just because it's a short runway and all that good stuff. So ended up good. We're here at the gate, gate number Bravo 1. Well, you can't see it out there, but I can assure you it's Bravo 1. So hour and 12 minutes is what we blocked in from Kansas City here today. So we're gonna get the airplane ready. One more to go. It's 3 hours and 51 minutes to get to Phoenix, and we'll be at an altitude of 40,000 feet. Pretty close to 4 hours. It's gonna be a long one, but we're going home, so that's good. All right, guys, here we go. Here is our clearance to Phoenix. Clear to Phoenix via the Midway 5
We're a turbojet, so we'll do 250 knots, and it's filed 3,000 feet, which we've got dialed in there. We'll expect 40 in 10 minutes, and 28.2 is the departure. We've got a squawk of 6544. We'll see the ATIS for the push frequency, because that frequency sometimes has a habit of changing here in Chicago, and then sometimes they use metering and all that good stuff. So we'll look at the ATIS, which I've printed out already. It's sitting down there. Here's our route of flight. We are basically kind of sky hooking all the way down to Phoenix. There's one turbulent spot that will be over. That's up to 34,000 feet, and we're coming in at 40,000 feet, as you can see there. So we'll be above all the weather. As you can see, the wind barbs, 40,000 feet. The wind does not get any better as we put it up to 40,000 feet. We still got a pretty good headwind. So up there you can see the average wind is a minus 97 knots there. So what that basically means is we're gonna have an average of a 97 knot headwind all the way home. So usually it takes us 3 hours and 37 minutes to get home. It is gonna take us 3 hours and 51 minutes to get home. So a little bit longer just because of that wind that we're gonna be flying into. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. But anyways, that's the route. You know, again, all the weather's to the south. We're just going to be bucking a big headwind. Is kind of the main deal of our route today. We're going to brief it up and head on out. One more leg back to Phoenix, and then we're done. We got some snacks. We'll get some stuff. Snacks. Just because. Well, why not? What else are we going to do for 3 hours and 50 minutes? All right. So, anyways, we'll see you guys in Phoenix here in about 3 hours and 50 minutes. Alright guys, we are here back in Phoenix. Bit of a long flight, but we're back. It's all good. We're here at Delta 8, which is a great gate when you're coming back home. Flight was pretty good. We had to stay a little bit lower. We're at 38,000 feet just because we were a little bit heavy. We couldn't get to 40. But the winds were much better. Did pick up a lot of turbulence around, around the Denver area. We're cruising in just south of Denver. And along with the Rockies, with the winds being at 140 knots, you get a lot of turbulence along there. So we went back down to 32,000 feet, found a little bit better of a ride there, and then came on in on the Eagle arrival, went out to the west, turned around and landed to the east. So we landed on runway 8. That was the trip today. That was the 2-day. Thanks for joining and coming along with me. We're back at work. It's the deal. The next flight, I think, taking my daughter back up to UND, so we'll have some fun doing that. We'll film that too. So again, thank you guys for your support, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on another video.